What is up, guys? It's Sky, and I'm sure you guys heard all the news last week and saw the trailer and maybe even tuned into the live stream. Call of Duty World War II. It's being developed by Slegehammer Games, and a lot of YouTubers are making speculations based on the trailer. I'm here to bring you my unique perspective based on the two games that Slegehammer Games was developed in the past. The first being Modern Warfare 3, which was my first and favorite Call of Duty. They co-developed it with Infinity Ward, and Raven Software actually contributed a little bit. The details are a little bit sketchy. I've been trying to do some research, but I'm pretty sure that Slegehammer Games had a large part in developing the multiplayer Modern Warfare 3. Slegehammer Games also developed Advanced Warfare, which was actually fairly well received initially, especially after the botch job Call of Duty Ghosts by Infinity Ward. But first in the gameplay, you'll notice I'm playing Domination on Modern Warfare Remastered. I jumped on a couple games the other night, got this pretty interesting gameplay. I figured, they're going to release a new Call of Duty, it's going to be hyped up, a lot of people are going to play, so I might as well try to get good at COD. I don't end up with the best KD in this gameplay, but I do stay on top of the scoreboard. I play the objective hard. I get like 8 caps and 5 defends. I end up with 2 helicopter streaks, which is the best kill streak you can get in Call of Duty 4. Not only that, but I forced a triple cap in the enemy team spawn toward the second half of the game when we were down by like 70, and we needed a triple cap to win. As for if we're actually able to pull out the win or not, you'll have to watch the gameplay and find out. As for a quick history lesson on Slegehammer Games, Slegehammer Games were initially part of Visceral Games. Yes, the studio that works for EA, they were responsible for the original Dead Space game, and then a couple people broke off and formed their own studio, Slegehammer Games. If you thought that the first Dead Space was brilliant, but the second and third one were kind of lackluster, then it might be the reason. It's interesting that studios can turn out these awesome games, like originally Infinity Ward turned out Call of Duty 4, Modern Warfare 2 and 3, and then a couple people broke off and formed Respawn Entertainment that worked on Titanfall. And then ever since then, Infinity Ward hasn't been able to get anything right. Like I said earlier in the video, Slegehammer Games worked on Modern Warfare 3. Modern Warfare 3 was actually very well received. It's actually the second best selling Call of Duty of all time, behind Black Ops 2. And it may have been riding the Call of Duty hype train because Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare obviously blew everything up. Then Modern Warfare 2 after that was even more successful. To the uninitiated, the casual fan base, Modern Warfare 3 may have been a copy and paste job of the previous Modern Warfares, but that's actually not true. Slegehammer Games did a lot to shake up Call of Duty in Modern Warfare 3. They obviously did something right because they got the rights to be the third Call of Duty developer in the yearly cycle. Now it's a 3-year dev cycle. Treyarch, Infinity Ward, and Slegehammer Games split up duties of developing Call of Duty every year. The first 3-year dev cycle Call of Duty was Call of Duty Advanced Warfare that Slegehammer Games developed, and that did a whole lot to shake up the Call of Duty franchise. Obviously they added the boost jumping exosuit movement, and at the time, like I said, it was fairly well received. People really kind of wanted a change in Call of Duty, and if you remember, Titanfall I think released the same year and had the same kind of movement system. So already you know that Slegehammer Games is known for shaking up the Call of Duty series, and the biggest way that Slegehammer Games shook up the Call of Duty series was in the kill streaks. In Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3, they added the support streaks, where you actually didn't need to stay alive. You could die, but as long as you strung together the requisite amount of kills, you would get a kill streak. Now, the issue that a lot of people had with support streaks is that some of them were really powerful, like the stealth bomber. They felt that should have been an assault streak. It was a really powerful streak in the support package that people felt that you should have had to earn by staying alive. In a way, it was a move to make Call of Duty a little more mainstream, a little more casual. Honestly, a lot of people want to hate on the support streak and say that you should earn kill streaks, but 90% of the player community isn't going to be able to rack up huge kill streaks, so it makes sense to be able to add something like this and let everyone have a little bit of fun. I mean, I remember a time when I was happy to get a UAV in Call of Duty. The second huge way that Slegehammer Games shook up kill streaks in Modern Warfare 3 was the Specialist. If you guys played Modern Warfare 3, then you remember what the Specialist is, and if you didn't play, then the Specialist was a special type of kill streak where if you got 8 kills in a row, 7 kills with hardline, then you would get all the perks in the game, all the gun proficiencies. It really felt awesome because you would move faster, you would aim down sights faster, you would sprint out faster, you were resistant to explosives, you'd stay off the radar, and it never felt OP, and that was because Modern Warfare 3 was one of the first post-stopping power Call of Duties. They took out stopping power in Black Ops 1, I think, and as a result, you still only had 100 health, your gun still did the same amount of damage. As you know, in Call of Duty, the time to kill is nuclear, so you were still very vulnerable, still fairly easy to kill, but if you were good, you can stay alive for a long time. Another thing that was different about the Modern Warfare 3 kill streaks was that the kill streaks in the Assault package were actually pretty weak. I remember my favorite Assault kill streak was the Pave Low. I think it was like 12 or 13 kills in a row. It was really nice. You called in and then get immediately shot down. So in Modern Warfare 3, most people ran support or specialist. And it was no longer that you would rack up like a 15 kill streak and then jump into a side seat of a chopper and gun people down. So Modern Warfare 3 put a lot more focus on the gunplay and less of a focus on getting these crazy kill streaks and then jumping in an airplane or a helicopter to shoot at people. And actually the same goes for Advanced Warfare. Advanced Warfare introduced the PIC-13 system. It was real similar to the PIC-10 system in Black Ops 2, only that the kill streaks were also part of your loadout. And again, the kill streaks are kind of lackluster. They weren't that great. So what a lot of people ended up doing is they wouldn't even run kill streaks. They run more perks. You could get more explosives. You could aim down sights faster. You'd stay off the radar. You'd think this would be awesome, but actually what ended up happening is that it really greatly increased the explosive spam in the game. Like I said before, most people aren't going to rack up high kill streaks in Call of Duty, so why even run the kill streaks? And that actually ended up kind of hurting the game. If you thought explosive spam was bad in Battlefield, then you haven't seen anything yet, because in Call of Duty Domination, the capture point is tiny, so it's really easy for someone to just spawn and then throw a grenade at the capture point and get you. This really became an issue in Advanced Warfare. So Slegehammer Games is known for shaking up Call of Duty and for doing things unique with the killstreak system. It's pretty common knowledge that Treyarch is heralded as the best Call of Duty developer. They usually develop the best Call of Duties every year, starting with Black Ops 2, which was amazing. It introduced League play, and I think the pro scene really blew up with Black Ops 2. Now, Treyarch is known for having awesome kill streaks in the games, and they really focus on making powerful, fun kill streaks and making it really fun to go on those long streaks. Now, that's great on paper, and it's awesome to watch on YouTube, but we know that 90% of the population aren't able to string together huge kill streaks. I mean, me personally in Black Ops 2, I think I got the orbital VSAT like a handful of times, and one time I was able to get the Lodestar, which was a lot of fun. That's kind of the beauty of Black Ops 2, I guess. You get kill streaks to help you get higher kill streaks, but it only helps if you can get those higher kill streaks. Of course, kill streaks aren't the only thing to love about Treyarch games. They always have a really colorful, really lively art style. They have great guns and balanced perks. Treyarch was one of the first developers to be able to be really successful in the post-stopping power era of Call of Duty, i.e. they were able to balance the stealth perk. In the stopping power era of Call of Duty, there was always a trade-off between running stopping power and staying off the UAV. But after taking out stopping power, the stealth perk became super overpowered. So in Modern Warfare 3 you had Assassin, and Black Ops 1 you had Ghost. So people will run the stealth perk and just camp in the corner all day. Going back to Black Ops 1 or Modern Warfare 3 and playing Team Deathmatch is probably one of the slowest things you can possibly do in a Call of Duty game. In Black Ops 2, Treyarch made it so that you had to be moving to stay off the UAV. Combined with that with the fact that streaks are now based on score and not just kills. People had to play the objective to get those high streaks. Anyways, as far as Slegehammer Games in Call of Duty World War II, what would be really interesting to see in Call of Duty World War II? Well, I think that the return of the Specialist would be one of the most welcome additions to Call of Duty World War II, and if you guys don't know, Infinity Ward actually tried to bring back the Specialist in Call of Duty Ghosts, but that didn't work out so well because the perk system was so convoluted in that game that it really didn't make sense to give someone all of those perks for the Specialist. That'd be completely imbalanced, so you could only get like a handful of perks. It would be interesting to see the return of the Specialist streak in Call of Duty World War II. It will put a lot more focus on the gunplay. I think that would be another interesting thing to see in Call of Duty World War II, a focus on the gunplay. Who can predict the enemy's movement, who can aim down sights faster, and who can stay on target. That's the thing that I enjoy the most about the older Call of Duties, especially Modern Warfare Remastered, which I've been playing a lot of lately. Another interesting thing for casual gamers, because I know Slegehammer Games likes to cater to the casual gamer, is the introduction of a bigger, more grand, epic mode. I think they might do it. I think they're introducing a new mode called War. I know that Halo 5 added Warzone, which was like a 12v12 big mode for casual players. It's definitely fun to hop in a mode like that every once in a while for a little change of pace. I'm definitely kind of excited for Call of Duty World War II, as well as Battlefront 2 coming out at the end of the year. I generally don't pre-order games, but I'll probably pre-order Call of Duty World War II to get access to that private beta. I generally skip out on the beta of these online shooters every year, but this year I want to get a leg up on the competition, try to get good, and if it blows up and you guys are interested, then I may do some Call of Duty World War II videos. Anyways guys, that's all for today. Watch this gameplay to see if we actually pull out the win. Thanks for watching guys. If you're new here, leave a like and subscribe, and I'll catch you later.